Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video, and wow, uh, I guess you could say big day, or surprising day, or surprising thing. I wasn't expecting necessarily something like this to come out, but at the same time, maybe you should have, because usually when a big movie starts, they sort of signify it with some things. So anyway, we were all curious when certain things were going to be coming out in regards to Superman Legacy. These are the final few moments of saying those two words, I think, together. But anyway, Superman Legacy, as you know, we're approaching the start of filming for the movie that will be coming our way in July of next year, and that of course being 2025. But today, James Gunn gave us some new information, some changes, and a reveal or two, which had a lot of people talking. So let's go over it and discuss it and see where things could be going from here. But of course, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on this. Do you like the changes? Do you have a bit, some questions? And what are your first impressions of the things we talk about in regards to reveals? Let me know, and of course, if you want to enjoy the video, drop a like. It takes 2 seconds. But yeah, it's a pretty simple thing. Most of this is contained in one thing. Actually, well, two things technically, but one major thing. That being a post by James Gunn on Instagram, and this is how it reads. Overjoyed to be announcing the start of principal photography on Superman today, February 29th, which just so happens to be, coincidentally and unplanned, Superman's birthday. When I finished the first draft of the script, I called the film Superman Legacy. By the time I locked the final draft, it was clear the title was Superman, making our way to you, July of 2025. And along with this, he also posted the first tease of the new Superman suit, which is just really the emblem with a bit of the blue bit there, so you can see the color scheme. This, of course, will be worn by David Corenswet in the now titled Superman movie. So overall, my thoughts on this: Superman. 8 letters, big weight to it. Now, obviously, calling it just Superman, this movie, could be seen as a big call by a lot of people, considering most people refer to the Christopher Reeve Superman film from 1978, I'm pretty sure 78, just as Superman. But really, the posters for that movie, and I think all the references and advertising for the movie back then when it was released labeled it as Superman the movie, not just Superman. So I guess technically just Superman as a title was up for grabs, but even then when you see Matt Reeves, it was just called The Batman and stuff. They didn't call it Batman. I don't know if even with, I guess, well, I don't know, is James Gunn going for a complete thing where even the next Batman movie isn't called Brave and the Bold, it's just called Batman? That'd be interesting. I guess he could just keep going with it, I guess. But I think with him just using the name Superman and drifting off from Superman Legacy, it probably shows the confidence that James Gunn and everyone else at DC and Peter Safran and even, I guess, just everyone involved with the movie and Warner Brothers have in the script and what the movie will end up being when we get to see it in the middle of next year. Now, it would be just very easy and simple just to leave it as Superman Legacy as the title and just let it be another Superman movie and just let it I guess, take some pressure off and not try to be this, thing that's on a pedestal. But it will be just called Superman, which I don't think would add more pressure to Gunn's side of things and his outlook in regards to making this movie. I think the pressure with this film and the expectations and the importance of it would already be at the highest, it can be for him. So I don't think much could raise it. I think the only thing that could really make him go, oh, and add more pressure is if David Corenswet just left the set and then all of a sudden he has to recast Superman. So I think the pressure's already at the highest it can be. But expectations from fans now and people on the outside of this will probably be expanded now because of using the term or using the just simple title of Superman and taking it away from Superman Legacy. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but I just know how the internet is, and now everyone's going, well, he thinks he's making the quintessential Superman movie, and in my opinion, looking at it, he probably thinks he is, which excites me a lot because I don't think Gunn would be overly confident in something, and I guess, to use an internet term, drag his nuts across, pretty much everyone if he didn't have some confidence here. So it probably actually raises my excitement for it. I don't know necessarily if it raises my expectations, but now I'm even more excited to see it. Now, start of filming, he does mention that in the Instagram thing. Now, they're starting in Norway. I don't know if is it Oslo? Is Oslo the city in Norway? I don't know if it's in Oslo, if that's the city I'm thinking of, or is that in Sweden? Wherever it is, he's somewhere in Norway. But anyway, and that's obviously explains the snow on the Superman crest in that photo. You can see the top bits of it and sort of scattered throughout it. So they're starting in Norway. I would assume this is a fairly small shoot there on location, not like a day, but just not there for too long. But I guess we'll wait and see. I don't think Gunn said how long they are there for. I think there's people that know like that they were going there, but I don't know if they have like specific dates and stuff like that. We just know that they're filming in like Ohio, across Cincinnati and Cleveland, I think it is, or just they're choosing one of them, I'm not too sure. And that's around like early April, I think, or maybe the end of March or something like that. It's somewhere around that. But, it started filming on Superman's birthday of February 29th, which of course only comes every 4 years. So Superman is what, 1937 he started, so he's almost 1937, 1938, whatever it was. So he's almost 90 years old. But if you take the leap year and stuff, he's only like, what, 15 or 16 years old. So, hey, Superman's not even an adult yet, if we really base it off that. So he's looking young. Now, Gunn says starting the filming on February 29th is just a coincidence. I mean, who knows if that's the truth or not? I mean, I would assume there was some scheduling around that. I think it's a bit of a stretch to go, oh no, we didn't mean to do that. That's just how it happened. I think someone might have planned it. Maybe Gunn didn't plan it, but maybe someone else did. Now, in regards to the Superman suit, we only get a look at the emblem. Now, Gunn said the whole suit, which we will see sometime in the future, obviously, whether it's when we see the movie or a trailer or whatever it is, that's going to happen. But when we see it is the question. But we know that the entire suit is inspired by Alex Ross's Superman artwork. So we really should just expect something along the lines of this, but with this Kingdom Come style symbol that, of course, swaps out the black for yellow, which we had already seen the style with like Brandon Routh at the end of the CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths event. His suit was essentially that, just the suit, but reversed, or just took out black and put in yellow. Now, Alex Ross, of course, did the artwork for Kingdom Come as well, so you could just say, well, just the Kingdom Come suit from that comic or that graphic novel, but with, yellow instead of black. But yeah, him being the inspiration for the suit based off his artwork, I guess really shouldn't be too big of a surprise that based on the fact that we know that Kingdom Come's a pretty big inspiration for this, at least in regards to how it impacts the story, whether it's a twist or not. So I guess we shouldn't be too surprised. But I guess if you want to envision what the whole suit's going to look like, it's just going to be that. But one of the big things with the Superman suit is really the crest. What does the crest look like? And then you can just sort of imagine what the rest is. And you can see what shade of blue it is there as well. So you can sort of make up your mind from there. But it'll be interesting to see what the whole thing looks like. I don't know if we're going to see the whole thing sooner rather than later. I know there's an important thing for Superman coming up. There might be, so maybe he waits for a date like that. But I'd expect we see it, especially when they start filming in those city areas, because, I mean, you just expect it, at least if they're doing Superman scenes there. But in regards to the emblem, I mean, it's what I expected, just because, Gunn had teased it. Gunn hadn't teased it. They did like the table read and you saw like the emblem there. So we sort of knew it was going to be that. It would have been very weird, I think, if they did the black and red, especially for a first Superman movie. So I like the fact that it's yellow and red. I was actually really concerned it was going to be black and red. I was like, please don't do that. That'd be horrible in my opinion. So thank God that, Gunn was thinking, let's not make it crap. I don't love it because I would prefer if it was just the classic Superman thing, but I don't know if this will be his emblem forever. Like, I don't think this is going to be his emblem for the entire thing. I think eventually you probably get a more classic Superman logo in his second or third appearance down the track. But I'm fine with it. Like, I just don't love it at the same time. I think there's people that do love it. And there's probably people in my camp that are like, I like it, but I don't love it. I'm fine with it. Now, one final rumor. I will give my other final thoughts in a second. But one rumor, which I thought I'd just mention here because it's sort of pointless. I mean, it's small and it's unconfirmed at this point. But one role that we sort of assumed would be in this movie that hasn't been cast yet, because we've had heaps of castings like Lois Lane and all that stuff, but one role that hasn't been cast that we expected to was Perry White, because the Daily Planet and the journalism aspect's going to be there, so you'd assume Perry White's going to be there. There was no real rumor in regards to a specific actor at all. I think there was like some for Jor-El and everything like that. But Liev Schreiber has now come up as a rumor, if not like a leak in regards to who's going to be playing Perry White in this movie. He'd actually be a pretty damn good Perry White. Liev Schreiber, he played he was like Sabretooth in the Wolverine X-Men Origins movie. He's been in a bunch of other things. What's that show? Ray Donovan? Is it Ray Donovan? He's a good actor and stuff, and I think he'd fit Perry White as well, especially like an old grizzled journalist that maybe isn't like. Maybe he almost like in the vein. I do worry that maybe they could do it in like the vein of like a J. Jonah Jameson or something like that. But I think he'd be able to play a good Perry White, especially one that's like, you know, seeing all the different journalism things over the years, and even like the impact that superheroes have made and stuff. Because I think this movie is almost going to be like a commentary on that, in the sense of like within the DC world, not obviously in the real world because we don't have superheroes flying around, but you know what I mean. So I think Liev Schreiber playing that role will be pretty fun. Now, in regards to Superman, not Legacy, I was about to say Superman Legacy. It's going to get weird trying not to say Superman Legacy all the time and just say Superman. But in regards to Superman, I almost said it again. In regards to just Superman, just Superman, no Legacy. I think like people are putting ridiculous expectations onto it. Like it has to make $2 billion in the box office and stuff like that. It has to have a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, everything, this, that, and the other. I don't like doing that with a movie, especially a movie like this where I don't think it's going to like go gangbusters in the box office, but I think it'll do pretty well. And also you have to wait till a trailer comes out, until like, I guess reviews come out, because that does impact, you know, whether someone goes and buys a ticket and stuff like that. But like James Gunn, especially with like the comic book movies, I mean, I don't like Guardians 2. Like, I think it's like okay. I don't like the first half at all. I think it's actually a bad movie in the first half, and then it's actually decent in the second half. But outside of Guardians 2, he's made 3 really damn good comic book movies in Guardians 1, Guardians 3, and of course the Suicide Squad as well. So to say you'd have no faith in James Gunn based on the track record, I think you'd be pulling stuff out of your ass to say that. But at the same time, you just don't know, because this is the first time he's actually handling a big character. And not just a big character, but arguably the biggest character in this comic book media and comic book live action space in Superman. And as I said, the title being changed to Superman just on its own probably adds more pressure in regards to the outside looking in, like in their expectations and stuff like that. So I'm confident that he's going to deliver. I don't know whether it's going to be this like outstanding movie that changes the game, but all I'm hoping for now is that it's a movie that warrants being called Superman, and everything that we know so far and how Gunn's treating it, even though it's a bit unorthodox at the same time, I'm still confident in it, and I'm excited to see it when it comes out in 15 months, 16 months, whenever it is. But yeah, I'll be there day one for sure. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome. You could drop a like on it, show support. Let me know in the comment section down below your various thoughts and everything we went over. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.